Afternoon, race fans. Thunder through the plains continuing. All-Stars versus the NCRA. Tonight, Wakeeney County. We're racing at the fairgrounds. Pretty nice little place. Last night we were at Belleville. That place is really fast. A guy who was flying, the driver of the 7K, Brooke Tatnell. How you doing, Brooke?
Pretty good, Steve. How's things?
It's not quite as hot as it has been. Last night, you were flying, third place. Way to go.
Yeah, it's the best run we've had this year here, and it's the All-Star competition's a tough competition, and we were fortunate last night that we timed in good, and we sort of got our act back on the road. We've sort of been running with the other series here and there, just picking and choosing, and we got hurt early in the year, and it was good last night just to get back on track.
Thanks for saying the other series. I know how that works. The guy working on the car, I saw him a lot at home when he used to work on the Wintermeyer car, Deuce Terrell. Talk a little bit about him.
Well, if you're going to come over and go race, it's very similar to what the Americans encountered when they come to Australia. There's a lot of great Americans that have come to Australia and really struggled to perform and win races, and that's mainly due to not knowing our racetracks and our race conditions, and so if you're going to do it right, you've got to do it with an American mechanic, and I've got Deuce Terrell, who's world famous in sprint car terminology of a crew chief, and I believe Deuce was a pick of the crop out there, and we've put our team together based around him and we're working together to basically look at a long-term relationship, and I've just been very fortunate that I've got him, and he's been to a lot of these racetracks. Now tonight's a new ball game. Neither of us have been here, so we'll just have to give it a shot.
I know I've never been here before, so that's at least 3 of us who don't have any idea what's going to happen. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're in the pits with the Trough Arctic Phillips 66 car of Mike Peters. Welcome to Wakeeney.
Thanks a lot. I've been here before, but it's been a couple years.
I've never been here before. We were talking a little bit earlier. It's nice to see you running through the plains with us, but where you normally run is Tulsa, right?
We run a limited car in Oklahoma City on Friday at the fairgrounds, and we go over to Tulsa on Saturday and run a 410 over there. It's our normal deal. And then sometimes we'll pick up some NCRA shows. So this is kind of different for us to get away.
All right. We're normally racing through Ohio, so I haven't really been able to keep up with what I'm doing, much less what you're doing. How's your year been going for you?
Well, we've been going okay. I mean, we always like to do better. I think everybody does, but we've had an okay year.
All righty. Well, so what do you think your chances are here tonight?
I think it's going to depend a lot on how we get qualified, like it always does. Get a good time, and if we get close to the front, make the right tire selection, we should be, you know, hopefully right in there.
Okay, what kind of pill did you pull?
It was a high one. I think it was high 40s.
All righty, so you might have your work cut out for you. But then again, Tulsa's at the end of the deal, right?
That's right.
All righty, thanks a lot, Mike.
All right, thank you.
You had a heck of a race going there with Brooke last night around that really fast Belleville thing. What happened there, and how you doing?
Well, I'm all right. We sure did do that car in. We don't have that race car anymore. It's up there in a trailer and it's destroyed. But we got another J&J Kleiner engine car here, and we're ready to go tonight. We just got a little tight racing there, getting in the corner, and Brooke come up off the bottom there. I didn't have nowhere to go, and I got in the cushion, and the cushion was so heavy there, it just got me flipping. So it was just a hard racing accident, and we'll get back after it tonight.
The track last night, I got to ask you this. Brian Smith's dad, he was thinking about having to go to the bathroom all night. It was scaring him. I need to ask you, what's faster, Belleville or Eldora? Frankie says Eldora because the walls make it look fast. What do you think? You were flying last night.
Well, I had a real good race car last night. I felt as fast as I've ever been there. I don't think one's faster than the other. We run the same gear there that we run at Eldora, so you can't be going any faster. I never lifted the throttle until that crash. I ran wide open the whole time till that crash. So you can do the same thing in Eldora when the track is really nice. At Belleville, I think you can run wide open a lot easier than you can at Eldora. Eldora, your car has to be a lot nicer to be able to run that track wide open. As far as one being faster than the other, I don't know that either one are. They're both real fast.
Talking about driving around with your foot wide open, cruiser? You want to drive one of them cruisers?
I don't think I want to do that now. I've had enough accidents for 1 year, and they look like an accident waiting to happen.
All righty. Thanks a lot, Kenny.
All right, thanks a lot.
Circuit of Champions. And we're going to retime for the 4J of Jeff Shepard. Robertson, and the 1X of Randy Hannigan, check out the 1Z of Kevin Gobrecht, then the 1X of Randy Hannigan, the 92 Kenny Jacobs, 4J Jeff Shepard, C1 Dan Oswald, and 57 Jason Johnson. Those 8 cars set to square off in heat number 1. And folks, hang on to your hat. I think the 360s are fast. These guys are the all-aluminum motors, 410 cubic inch. These weigh a couple hundred pounds lighter. They're going to fly around this racetrack. You see the line drawn down in turn 4. That's where they'll start. Here they come. Here we go. Boy, Gary Wright takes the back there for the start. Takes the lead, takes the 1. Kevin Gobrecht in second, there comes the 16. And Bill Robertson. 1X Hannigan working on the 16. And Robinson was there. There comes the 4J Jeff Shepard. And 92 Kenny Jacobs. Caution out for the D1. For D1 and Dan Oswald, he spins out over in turn number 1. 16, Bill Robertson, 1X, Randy Hannigan. 4J Jeff Shepard, 92, Dean Jacobs, 57, Jason Robertson, and the D1 of Dan Oswald. We're set to go. Back racing in heat number 1 of the Outlaw Sprint Cars. fourth, the 1X of Randy Hannigan. Third place goes to the 4J of Jeff Shepard. Second to the 1Z of Kevin Gobrecht, and your winner. Out of Hicks, Texas, car number 9, Jerry.
So 12 XX in the field, 12 extra pole setter. That's Billy Weilhauer. $12 sign is Shane Carson. The 29N, Larry Neighbors. And outside of him, 7X car. 7K car, I should say, Brooke Tatnell. Brooke had a good preliminary time at 15.510. 8R car is Rocky Hodges. And again, the 12 XX car of Danny Smith had a good 15.634 in the prelims. Back row, Jetmore's Stephen King in the 88 car. And the 61, that's Ernest Jennings. Finishers in the second heat race of the sprint. In first place, the $12 of Shane Carson. Second place, 12X, Billy Weilhauer. In third place, 7K, Brooke Tatnell. And in fourth, Rocky Hodges in the 8R.
3 car of Jason Dukes and 94 Kenny Jacobs, 17 Joey Saldana, 23S Frankie Kerr, the 69 car of Terry Riley and 45 CJ Johnson. Those 8 cars set to go in our third sprint car heat. Once again, they cannot race. They got to wait till the white line down here in turn number 4. Bunched up good. Here they come. There it is. Mark Peters up front to 66. Here's St. John Banks in 94. Kenny Jacobs, but the yellow line is on. They've got a false start. We have a false start. Yellow light on in case of a restart, so as not to cause a pileup on the front straightaway. Let everybody slow down at their own pace. There is a set of lights right here on the front straightaway right below the timing tower, as well as on the back straight going into turn number 3. Also flagman down in between 1 and 2, and also over in 3 and 4. So. Your top 4 look like this. 4th place goes to the 23S of Frankie Kerr, finishing 3rd to 94 of Kenny Jacobs. 2nd place and close the ground fast at the end. The 17 of Joyce Saldana, and your winner. He comes to us out of Wichita, Kansas, finished 2nd in the AMA there last year in this event. The 66 car, that's Mike Peters.
I gotta apologize to you for me being pretty snippy Friday at the doctor. I was in a real skinny.
8-car race.
I got pretty rally with her. I don't know if I parked you. Yeah.
It'll be Paulus on the inside, and then a 2+ car, Brian Smith.
I knew you. I mean, if I knew you.
Double up, Jason Sadler, inside row number 2. They won't really rev them up until they hit that wide line. There they go. Well, it was a great start. It was too good a start. A little soft start right there. I tell you what, you could see that a-coming. The 2F car got a great start, but it's a little bit too good. Brad Furr jumped the gun a bit, so they'll get them lined up. 2 abreast.
How far will this go behind the grandstand?
pretty much follow the leader racing in our fourth heat race. Brian Paulus takes the checkered flag. Second place goes to 2F. That's Brad Burp. Third place, the U2 car of Keith Kaufman. And finishing in fourth, the 96 car of Scott Whitworth. The cash dash, then we'll be taking a quick break, have a chance to talk to the winners. Mike Hughes will be doing that during intermission, then we'll be having some giveaways right after our cash dash for the 410 sprint cars at the Wakeeney Speedway. It's the commercial truck and trailer dash for the sprint car. Great start. They nearly got 3 wide. Dean Jacobs in the 92 car, though. Rushes out to the lead of the backstretch. It's Jacobs in the 92. A 3-car battle for second in the cash dash. Jacobs continues to lead. Number 92, the cash dash winner in the 410 sprint car division at the Wakeeney Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? A nice hand, if you would please, for our cash dash winner in the All-Star Circuit of Champions night, Mr. Dean Jacobs. Again, your dash sponsored by Commercial Truck and Trailer Incorporated out of Girard, Ohio. Dean, you're picking up kind of where you left off here a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed we didn't get to come back here last year. I was kind of looking forward to it. Had a heck of a good race here the year we did come, and the track's going to be pretty racy again tonight. It's going to be a good race.
You know, a lot of people talk about how the World of Outlaws travel across the country in a rugged schedule. You guys, 73 races, just a tough, brutal schedule.
Yeah, we run just about as many races. We just don't travel as far as they do, and we get home a lot more often, which is really nice. But it's nice to get out here and get to places we don't get to go to very often, see people we don't normally see, and race against guys we don't race with all the time.
Now here you are, the month of August, hot, dry, slick here. Does this kind of compare to what you guys run on back in your area this time of the year?
Yeah, we get a lot of dry, slick racetracks at home. This is about normal for us this time of year. We'll just have to see what happens after 30 laps on it.
Now, where do you start in the feature?
I don't really know. I don't know what pill they drew yet. Hopefully they drew a 6 and put us on the front row. That'd be nice.
You got 5 or 6 of the top all-stars here, plus, Gary Wright's in there running well. It's going to be a great feature.
Yeah, it's going to be a real good race. Gary didn't qualify real good, so he's going to have to race in through the back, which will make it really interesting. And I'm sure it's going to be a good race.
Best of luck to you in the feature.
All right, thanks a lot.
Mr. Dean Jacobs.
And one more Jackets 2 dinner winner to 744-825. 744-825. Now we have some winners of rural telephone seat cushions. They would come in handy. 746-452. 746-452. Rural telephone also sponsoring some other seats here. 746-234. 234. 746-234. 744-408. 744-408. And we'll do some giveaways later on.
right, your top 4 cars. They kind of snuck that one in on us there, Steve, that B main. Wasn't looking for that until after the intermission, but they're going to run the, want to go ahead and run the B main, take our intermission, then we come back with our 2 main events.
Bill, while you got a second here, let's talk a little bit about that B main. Pretty good run for you there.
Thank you. Had a good starting spot in the heat and blew that, so we had to come into the the hard way, but give us a few more laps. So track's getting a little better, getting a little pretty good around the top. Through the middle, you can run it some. So.
And you talked about getting a little better. Do you like the dry slick? Do you like it as it gets a little drier? What does this compare to what you guys normally run?
Well, where we're from, that's slick like this all the time, and anybody likes it if they got a good race car. So when you have a bad one like we did in the heat, you don't like it, but we'll see what we can do in the A, I guess.
Did you make some adjustments in the pits there to get it ready to go for the B main?
Yeah, we just some little adjustments. Got the driver on the ball a little bit, and just tried to get into the A.
Talk a little bit about this Thunder Through the Plains tour. Pretty fun seeing the NCRAs and the All-Stars get together here for this 5-race event.
Yeah, the All-Stars got a real good caliber of race cars and real tough racing. So for guys like me just starting out racing, a chance to run some consecutive days with some real good race cars, it helps us out a bunch.
How do you like your trip to Kansas? Is this your first trip here to Wakeeney?
Yeah, it's first time in Wakeeney. It's hot just like home, so we're getting by.
Bill Robertson, your winner of the B main for the 410 Sprinters.
One more time on your feet and let them hear you! Down to business. 1Z Kevin Gilbert, 29 M. Larry Neighbors, 3 Jason Dukes, double lot Jason Statler, 16 Bill Robertson, $12 Shane Carson, 66 Mike Peters, and 2 Preston Brian Smith, 9 Gary Wright, 12X Bill Miller, 8 John Bankston, 28 Brian Paulus. That's your item, $24, 30 times around. For all you sprint car fans here tonight, and for the millions of racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what do you say? Let's get ready to rumble! Here we go! Comes out for a false start. Yellow comes out for a false start. Don't forget, come back Sunday, August 30th. 1 week from Sunday with American Sprint Car Series comes to town. They'll be joined by the IMCA Modified. Sunday, 7 o'clock start time, the American Sprint Car Series and the IMCA Modifieds. What do you say after the false start? We're going to come back. We're going to try it again. Rocky Hodges, Dean Jacobs, set the pace. Here we go. For the year 2 of Keith Kaufman over in turn number 2. In the meantime, the 28, Brian Paulus has gone to the infield. That car has a flat. Your leader is a 92 of Dean Jacobs. Then comes a 4J of Jeff Shepard, 23S Frankie Kerr, 7K Brooke Tatnell. 8R Rocky Hodges falls in tail end as he had to go to the pits to stage that tire. Jacobs, Jeff Shepard, Frankie Kerr. But your top four will look like this. Fourth place is going to go to 92D Jacobs. Third spot to the 17 Joy Saldana. Second spot to the 23X, 23S. Frankie Kerr in your winner. In the 4J, second feature in 3 nights, Jeff Shepard.
Jeff Shepard, congratulations on the win. What a great race. Boy, talk about the midway point. You had a little bit of, let's say, problem on the backstretch there, and you're able to overcome it. Goodness gracious, I don't know how you came back from that, baby.
I don't even know what happened there. I got into a lap car. I went down into turn 1, and he wanted to get off the racetrack or something. And I come off the corner on the throttle trying to drive around him, drove in his rear bumper, did a 360, knocked my bumper clean off. And then when I got the thing straightened up, I thought it was going to flip over when I tried to come back around because it was leaning on 2 wheels. Then my motor tried to stall out. It was spitting and sputtering, and then Frankie got around me. Then we went in on another lap car, and I just went around him on the outside. It was a perfect deal.
Yeah, it was twice you were able to get by Frankie. I tell you, the lap traffic, I guess it can either be a help or a hindrance depending on how it goes. I guess you saw the best and worst of it during end race.
Yeah, we definitely got the best and the worst of it. We got the best of it when we got back around him. But at the same time, boy, I couldn't believe that we pulled that deal out on the backstretch because I thought it was going to spin around backwards and stop. And somehow I got the thing going, and we're standing here. I can't even believe it.
Tell you what, Jeff, you had to feel pretty good coming into the feature. You had a great time trial. As a matter of fact, first car out of the blocks. You like being the first car? I mean, you ended up turning in the top time.
Well, the biggest thing about the first car is the track's new and nice, right? Like I felt real good in hot laps and stuff. And I got a bunch of laps, and I wasn't real sure the track got slow, so I'll take everything we can get. My guys are working real hard. The car owners, Les and Linda Stewart, Cat Construction, Pennsylvania Auto Purchase, those guys give us 110% all the time, so we feel like we got to do the same, and this is what happens.
Coming from the East Coast, what's your impression of the Kansas track so far?
Well, the Kansas tracks are cool, but boy, this place, you're out in the middle of nowhere. There ain't nothing out here. The track is a nice facility. I'm happy to win here. I've never won here before. Ricky and Toby, they called all the right shots. All I had to do was keep the thing from spinning out more than 360, and we did, and we won.
A little different than Maryland, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot different. The weather's real hot out here. It's real humid back there. It's good to get away and stuff like that. But, I'm real happy about the situation. I can thank all the fans for coming out, and most importantly, I'd like to thank God for keeping everybody safe.
Let's have a hand for our winner, Jeff Shepard. Frankie, nice run for you. Came up just short. Jeff Shepard a little bit too tough tonight. With the lap traffic, I guess kind of like talking to Jeff, a little bit of a help and a hindrance.
Yeah, we found the rubber first on the bottom there and drove by him. And then Jeff got back by me, and we were just too tight, we're too loose to run out of the rubber and way too tight in the rubber, so we're kind of glad to get a second after this week's going.
So has it been a pretty rough week for you then, starting in Knoxville and then Lincoln, Nebraska and Belleville last night?
Actually, our bad luck started at Eldora. We blew a motor and killed a race car. And then Knoxville, we had trouble with the motor. Then we turned over at Lincoln. And last night we ran 7th, but we just having a hell of the last 3 weeks.
But a nice run for you tonight here at Wakeeney. Talk a little bit about the track and the week going against the NCRAs and the All-Stars. It's got to be a pretty exciting week for you guys.
Well, it is. We always look forward to this trip. It's kind of fun to get away, and they break it up in the middle with a golf tournament, which makes it fun, gets all the guys together. And, the NCRA guys are great. The officials, I mean, you couldn't ask for any nicer people than the NCRA officials. And, Gary Wright, he's one of the best race car drivers in the country, and it's always good to race against him.
Let's have a hand for Frankie Kerr, second place finisher tonight at the Wakeeney Speedway.